Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So, welcome back to talking about, Battlestar Galactica. Originally in the last video I was supposed to talk about this episode, but, yeah, I like making things difficult for myself. So let's talk about this episode. In this case, it's episode Colonial Day. In this episode, Tom Zarek seeks to become vice president, but President Rosilyn thwarts him by nominating the popular scientist Gaius Baltar, who ultimately wins. As well as a possible assassin is captured, but cannot be linked to Zarek. And on Caprica, Hilo discovers that Caprica Boomer is a Cylon.
No shit.
I'm gonna be honest about this, but Ellen Ty returns, and I'm gonna be honest, I still find this character just infuriatingly annoying. I'm sorry, I just don't like the character of Ellen. I'm sorry. I mean, then again, I get what they're trying to do with her character, and trying to say, okay, they try to make it so that, her husband and her will slowly gain power, so that her husband will become admiral.
How did you swing that?
I have my ways. What you need to do is figure out a way to get slave-driving Bill to give you the day off.
Yeah.
And while you're there, you might want to talk to a few people about your future.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Say this episode feels relatively still. The episode still feels relevant, especially with Tom Zarek, going towards trying to become a political leader.
Madam President?
Mr. Zarek, oh, don't worry. I won't be kissing you today.
That's a shame. I shaved very closely in anticipation of being smacked by you. That was very nicely played. Again. But there's still a presidential election in 6 months. I'll see you then.
In a way, especially say whenever the moments when he's giving a speech, and then others are just trying to say, let's just turn this off, and others going like, no, we want to hear it. It reminds me, I could totally be wrong with this, just hold your pitchforks and all that stuff. It reminds me in a way of, say, around the time frame back in 2016, when people are just so that's why don't we listen to, Trump? But then a lot of say critics and all that stuff, and I mean, I'm not comparing him, Tom Zarek, who was an assassin, a terror. I'm not comparing terrorists to Trump and all that stuff. I'm not saying that, but I'm just trying to say it reminds me of that in a way, a political leader, who's trying to gain power in a way. And honestly, I still I think Richard Hatch does a great job as Tom Zarek. I mean, he's a good actor. I will have to say that I like the idea of Gaius Baltar becoming a political leader. In fact, that, yeah, it makes sense. A guy who's smart, who has a Cylon in his ear constantly, who might just think, you should do this or that. In a way, it's like a political leader with a angel and a demon on his shoulders, in a way, I'd say. like having to go between two thoughts of like what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing, and all that. And I do have to say that I do think the assassin bit is rather intriguing in the fact that it helps, like, say, elevate the ones, like, say, not only is the world have gone to badly, but we also have people that are against Rosilyn and who are willing to fight for their perspective side and away, I guess, and take them out if necessary. Yeah. I mean, overall, I feel like, say, that this episode really delves off with, like, real world ideas, whether it is political ideas or the United Nations, because the United Nations, like, the United, like, the colonial government, it's sort of like, say, the United Nations, which honestly I think is a pretty cool idea. Oh, when, Hilo discovers that Boomer is a Cylon, I'm gonna be honest, I still find the moments when they're on Caprica just uninteresting. I'm sorry. I mean, it's mostly just because they barely spend moments on it, so it's like, say, the B plot, honestly. So it's not like it's given much foundation to continue on about it. That's just how I feel.